Well, we're at the Lost Villages Museum in Long Sault, Ontario. Now, this house was built in 1810, they think. See something?
But I was seeing like a full figure in that, like
what?
Right, because I was just about to tell you, like, there's something in that room. Like, there's the darkness in that room is crazy, and then the whole doorway kind of went like a, I don't know if it was just my eyes, but it went like a blob of white. You know what I mean?
What was that?
Footsteps.
Like children footsteps?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the letter G represents?
This is probably the more appropriate place. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So this is more appropriate.
That was upstairs, but that's footsteps upstairs right now.
You heard that, right? That's 3 knocks.
Where is that coming from?
Is there somebody in here with us? Can you give us a sign? Knock. Walk upstairs. Oh, Jesus.
We built the house so...
Oh.
Okay. No. Well, we're at the Lost Villages Museum in Long Sault, Ontario. Now, this house was built in 1810, they think. They're not quite sure. The land belonged to James Stuart. Do you remember your great-great-great-great-grandfather? Or your grandfather or great-grandfather? 5 generations were here. We might look familiar to you because we bring people in here all the time to talk to you, but we've never come in to talk to you ourselves. Many people lived in this house.
What did you say it was?
1810.
No, how many people lived in this house at one time?
Well, at one point, Murdoch, I think, had over 10 children. And Murdoch, you lived in this house a long, long time. I think you're around 82 years old when he passed away. You got sick and you passed away here. Your wife passed away before you. I can really see this room being used for children.
Mm-hmm.
Having so many that there could be many, many beds in here.
Do you think this was one room, or was there a wall that probably separated it?
I think it was one large children's room. It's just the vibe I get.
Because the other rooms are separated.
Yeah, if you have that many children, you would want them all in one big space. And I think Murdoch had more boys than girls, if I recall correctly.
So on the new grounds of this building, there are other buildings from the Lost Villages. We have many people come through here at our events, and this is the building that people run out on, really.
Well, I guess we haven't introduced ourselves. To the Stewarts here, Murdoch, Roy. My name's Elliot.
I'm Eric.
We're here to talk to you and maybe learn a little bit about you and why people experience what they experience here. You can speak to us at any time. You can try to speak as loud as you can. And we have all these lights that you see in here, and that's for you to interact with us if you can. There's a blue light and a red light. And in the other bedrooms, there are other devices that make noises to let us know that you're here with us. Thank you for having us in your home, and thank you for having us in your home so many other times before this. If you're here with us now and you can see us and you're listening to us, feel free to communicate. Got a mosquito in my ear. So Murdoch, if you are here, and I'm kind of focusing on you because you did pass away in the home, and your wife, so if anybody's here, I'd say you're a pretty strong candidate. Now, you were a captain. I know you had a brother that passed away in the War of 1812. Did you serve in that war? Is that why you're a captain? I had a really hard time researching your family, but you did a pretty good job. I just couldn't find out what you were a captain of. If you were a captain in the War of 1812 and you served, can you make a knocking sound for me? Now, I know you were here as a farmer. You farmed the lands of your grandfather. Before you became a farmer, what were you? You came from Nova Scotia. Your father, John, stayed there. Did John ever come to visit you? Well, I guess we'll try a little spirit box session. We're not getting too much.
No, just the start.
So let's start with a name. So for the Stuarts who are here, because it was only Stuarts that were here, there were a few caretakers I noticed that were here. Maybe a border or two in the census information. Can you just give us a first name so I know who I'm speaking with? Here, pass me the camera so you can get your own camera. So can you give us a name of who we're speaking to? Sound like a Scottish accent.
Like a woman's voice.
Yeah. The Seco?
Deseco?
The Stuarts come from a family of Jacobites. They have royal blood. Whoa.
What was that, Elliot?
Whoa.
Was that
It's
downstairs?
still going.
No, it's not.
There's like three bangs.
Like I can hear a car outside now, but that's not what we just heard.
No. That's like a bang. Like a... I don't know. Maybe he was talking about the Stuart bloodline.
The royalty.
Are you proud of your bloodline? So before I move on to other questions, I just want to try the name one more time. Can you give us a name of the Stuart that is here in this room, if there is one, watching us and listening to us? Can you please provide your name? Like there's something, I just want to review it right away.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but it was almost more than once something came through.
There's so many names associated to this house. I'm just going to guess, the amount of people that lived in this home is probably over 50.
Over its course, there's been 50
Yeah,
people.
like over 50.
Okay.
Like definitely over 50 people. I mean, built in 1810. They stopped living here in 1957, and the last person who was living here that may have died here is Linda. Linda, the year that you passed away, this house was relocated because of the seaway flooding. And here it is today, not in its original location. And not only that, most of the Stuarts' bodies supposedly were removed to like the Woodlawn Cemetery, but some of the tombstones are in the Upper Canada Village. Like Murdoch, yours is there, I think. See something?
But I was seeing like a full figure in that, like
what? Like what?
right, because I was just about to tell you, like, there's something in that room, like there's that darkness in that room is crazy, and then the whole doorway kind of went like I don't know if it was just my eyes, but it went like a blob of white, you know what I mean? And then now that I'm looking again with the camera, it's like black as night again.
And that's where that doll is.
If you're in that room, can you walk up to the doll? The music box will catch you, or you could even touch the doll and the REM device will catch you on it.
So Charles, I haven't talked about you much. Charles, I know you didn't die here. I know you died in Cornwall. You're in your 90s. Kind of gave up this house so that your son could be here with his family. I love when we don't know the age of a building. Dr. James Stewart, this is your land. It was given to you by Sir John Johnson House after you fought in the American Revolution and lost. You were granted a lot of land. Not this land, but that land is underwater now.
What the fuck was that, Elliot?
It's a car?
No.
What did you hear?
It was like a
I thought that was a car.
it was in the building.
Like a breath?
Yeah.
Dr. James Stewart, you were a field surgeon during the American Revolution. Now, we don't know the exact age. They're guessing 1810. Did you lay the foundation for this home? See, there it is again.
That's not long enough to be a car, Elliot. It's like so short. It's like,
There it is again. Hear it? If you're making a breathy sound, can you do it again?
that's the sound of a car. Not the breath.
I thought that was it again.
That was the first one, like,
I heard like three
terrified
of them while you were
me.
talking.
Like, terrified me. Like, I'm already fucking tripping with this room over there. I feel better with the camera on it though, because I can see it inside the room now. But then when you look up, it's pitch black. I don't know, like the sounds of cars happen so often because we're right on the highway, right?
Like that, that's a car.
That's a car. What we heard was within the building,
Like a...
taking breaths.
No, I heard it when you were talking about it. I started hearing it, like it was like right in between us. What was that?
Footsteps.
Between us. What was that?
Footsteps.
Like children footsteps?
Yeah.
If there's any children here, feel free to play a game. These lights you see are toys. Pretty much that's what they are. Just toys. You can play with them. There's one that plays music. There's one that makes a scary scream. And the blue light makes colors, green and red. And so does this red light right in front of me on the table. And there's a few little balls around. I don't know where they are, but you can touch the balls and they'll light up. You can play with them. Well, we should let Josh and Corey have an opportunity here. We're only here for a short time tonight. We just wanted to kind of check it out. But thank you if you're trying to touch the lights, and if you were speaking to us, hopefully we'll be able to hear you. And we'll leave our cameras or recording devices running while we go downstairs and get Corey and Josh to come in here, and then we'll rotate again.
Josh and Corey coming upstairs. Oh, it's hot.
She is warm.
You want the big chair?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm Corey.
I'm Josh.
Just gonna set this up right here.
You guys were just hanging out with Elliot and Corey.
Elliot and Eric.
Elliot and Eric.
That room is dark over there.
This one is not.
If you don't want to play with any of the devices, can you make a noise for us? Can you knock back?
This was your home. I bet you love this home. And now people come in here and view your home. Love to know how your thoughts on that. Does it disturb you? Do you like seeing people? Do you like interacting? We're here to interact.
If we're really quiet, can you make a noise for us? We'll stop asking questions for a little bit.
Do you know the game Follow the Leader? If you make a noise, we'll follow that noise. If there's somewhere in the house you want us to go, make a noise and we'll follow and head towards that noise.
We can list off some rooms here and you can indicate whether you want us to go there or not with any of the devices. There's a bedroom over there with a doll in it. You hear tapping?
No. But I'm hard of hearing.
There's another bedroom over here. There's no doll in it, but I think there's a trunk and some other,
There's a big dollhouse in it.
Yeah, there is a big dollhouse in it. You can knock on that. Can you give us a family name of one of the women that was married here into the family?
Before he moved, I thought I heard that breathy thing that Eric was talking about. It's probably the cars though, because I can't hear the cars.
Was that you just before I moved? No, I shouldn't have asked a yes/no question. Oh, was it Murdoch that had, we think, 10 children at one point? I do see movement in that room.
Do you? Could it just be because it's so dark?
It is, yeah. It's just, it's eyes like this. I think it's the contrast of lights. Because in IR, I don't see anything. Though something just by this painting right here, the one to your right, just before between the painting and the door, looked like just a little black dot went down.
Like there in the hallway, there's
No, in this room, between the painting, the edge of the painting and the edge of the door, in that little space.
could have been like a hand reaching around.
Well, it could have been a bug or something. I don't know. Well, the bug would have showed up as white though. And now I see your shadow on that when you move, so it might have been that. Okay, no, not that. Do you have any games that you like to play?
Teach.
Did you have jacks? You know, the balls and the little jacks?
Okay.
There's so much radio interference.
There's a lot up here.
Yeah.
Let's try a different spirit box here. In the meantime, feel free to come in here.
I don't feel like we're alone.
No, but
That feeling.
I think they're hesitant.
Yeah.
We're not going to hurt you. All right, so let's start back. Josh, do you have a question?
I have many questions.
Many questions.
I feel as though we're not alone up here, that you're holding back, you're standing back, you don't know maybe how to interact with us or how to reach out and say hi. So we invite you to come in. I guess that's not really a question.
Well,
Would you like to come in, have a seat, have a chat?
A little. This is deep. A little. This is deep.
this is the end. This is the end of what?
See movement again?
It's just, I think it's just the play of lights. It's gotta be. If you're in that room over there, can you go up to the camera so our friends at home can see? There's a really weird light in there. And that metal. Nothing there. Is there anyone here that's associated with the Masons? You say something about it's the eye?
Yeah.
It's the eye? Is it the eye? Can you tell me another symbol? No, I don't think this was ever a Mason's Lodge. I did think that this stuff was from a Mason's Lodge in the time period. But you never know, there might be something attached to that. Can you tell me what the letter G represents?
You're really freaked out with that room, eh?
Well, I think a car just went by because I think there was a little light on this side. I think it's kind of catching it from the corner of my eye, and that's what draws my attention.
Gotcha.
And I think when a car goes by, there's a little light that kind of just shines on the left of the door. Because there is a blind, but it's not all the way down, I don't think.
Alright, well, let's go switch it up, I guess.
See, the flux is interesting. Because, there's so many places we go and it, like...
Goes crazy.
Well, like, Kintel's the only place that actually went crazy, but, usually, like, you'll get, like, one green or something, right? But here's nothing. Do you want us to go to another area of the house? Is us being in the bedrooms kind of inappropriate because you would never host people in your bedrooms? Would you like us to move downstairs? If you would like us to move downstairs, you can touch one of the devices. Oh, that was a creak. That was in the bedroom you were in?
Mm-hmm.
If you're in that small bedroom, can you come in here? I don't know, I'm like always sensing something in there.
Mm-hmm.
Linda, was that your room? It's heard it. Linda, if that was your bedroom, can you give us a knock? So you have like a female vibe in that room.
I don't get a pleasant vibe though. And it's always like whatever's there is standing in the doorway.
Well, that's where we're hearing the creaking. If there's somebody in that room, can you maybe stop being shy and just come in here with us? Like it feels like that. It feels like there is somebody up here, like a real person, and they're like standing there awkwardly.
Yeah.
Like they're.
Absolutely, that's what
It's a weird vibe. Like it's like a sense that something's in that room. It's awkwardly being there, and not being social, and it's weird.
Maybe when we switch to go downstairs, things will start going off up here.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab the flux with us. And there's the REM code on the stairs. We'll grab that. Well, this is a pleasant room to be hosted in.
Did you enjoy playing the piano?
There's a clicking clock in here. So this is more of a place that you would be hospitable in. And we are here to spend time with you. I apologize if us being present in the bedrooms upstairs was a little bit inappropriate. This is probably the more appropriate place. Yeah?
Oh shit.
So this is more appropriate.
Right away.
So you accept our apology. Well, we look forward to spending time with you here. Now that back room is interesting, and with all the children that I know grew up here, I have a feeling that that room may have been a child's room. It's small enough for a bed or two beds.
It might have been the original nursery. Because the smallest room in the house would have been the nursery.
Or maybe simply a pantry.
Could have, yeah.
Or maybe it had numerous uses over the years. Are you happy that they saved your home from the flooding?
I heard a man's voice right before you started talking, so just tagging that.
It's creepy just when the cars go by, it reflects off the glass in that room and it looks like a white apparition going by. We put a device with a red light in that little room in the back. That's another way to let us know that you're here and you're hosting us in this room. Feel free to touch it anytime you want, or touch the devices upstairs. It's quite possible that we can hear them. What the hell is that ticking on the window? Or the door?
The pantry was probably the little room off the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So this probably wasn't the pantry.
If that was the kitchen, I don't know. See, that room seems a lot bigger to me for hosting
Okay.
than this room. Like, this almost seems like a dining room would be in here.
Is this where the dining room was?
So I feel like you'd want a larger space to host. The hell? The hell?
That was upstairs, but that's footsteps upstairs right now. And that was long.
Like you heard like boom, 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 boom?
Yeah.
Yeah, faint. I heard like cracking above.
And I heard cracking, and then I heard do 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 do. Are you upstairs?
Come down the stairs and join us here. Spend some time with us. We want to get to know the Stuarts that are here. I really feel like if anybody is here, it's Murdoch.
I love your name, Murdoch. Let's do a spirit box session. Quick one. So the name Murdoch is very easy to hear. So if you are here with us, Murdoch, can you just say your name as loud as possible through this device so we can hear you? heard that was something at the end.
It's like something like "you saw me" or
Yeah.
"don't tell me."
I'm here.
Like, and I heard 3 syllables.
Okay.
We'll have to review it, but.
All right.
And then we got the flux going off right after that. Murdoch and Roy was reused by this family over and over and over again.
Was it?
Yeah. Like Murdoch's son was Charles Murdoch.
Right.
And then it was Wallace Roy. And then it was a Roy. So it's the same names are being reused. And I think Dr. James was Dr. James Murdoch Stuart. So the Murdoch name is clearly significant to this family. And I wonder how far back it goes in the generations. Because their lineage goes back to King James, right? It's the Stuarts, Jacobites, King Charles. And Dr. James was born the 1730s. So, I mean, that's not really that far off. Because I think that King Charles was executed in the 1630s. So 2 hits on the flux. I mean, and they were kind of like...
When we were asking stuff. Should we give the boys their next shot? Now that you know we're staying down here and making our way to the basement? I think people say they feel the most creeped out in the basement, right?
Yeah, well, our next round's the basement. The
That's the air
that's the
conditioning.
air conditioning. So I think our vibe upstairs was kind of right, that it's inappropriate for us to be in the living quarters and the bedrooms of the family, and we should be on this floor
Where company would be.
where you would host and be hospitable. You had a big family, the Stuarts, spread out in this area. There's
Imagine the
lots of
noise
Stuarts.
in this house, like
With
during
them
the
and the
day.
kids?
Oh my god.
I think kids would be shooed out of the house though. You don't play out,
Probably.
you don't work the farms.
Yeah.
You guys were farmers and laborers.
If you were upstairs with us, you'd remember we talked about that blue pulsating light on the piano. It works with proximity, so if you go on the left-hand side, it flashes green for yes. On the right-hand side, red for no. It'd be great if you could just walk over to it and set it off. Doesn't matter green or red, just so we know you're here. Can you shuffle back and forth? There was something behind me. Did you hear that? %100.
Like, what did it sound like?
Oh no, there was.
Was that me?
It was you.
So yeah, I might have done that.
Yeah, that's what it was. I didn't see your heel move. I just thought you shuffled, so I thought maybe it was.
I don't know if I did, but I thought
that
I'd
was
try
exactly
it.
the
Yeah.
sound. Yeah.
If you're in the kitchen, can you make some tea?
We'll come over and have a seat. You rattle a plate.
I'm gonna walk to the kitchen. I just got the chills. Are you in here? Hard to see, but I got like goosebumps. Just when I went through this threshold.
We're here to chat. Can you tell us something about your time in this house?
Changed up. Changed up.
It almost sounded like the first male voice and like that third female voice said the same thing.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like tables turn, but I like something like that. But it almost sounded like they said the same thing, just different voices.
I don't have the ear for it, like Elliot does.
You have to. Sometimes you have to slow it down.
Yeah.
Did you know any? What the hell?
What?
So when I looked this way, now I don't know if there was a light out there, but it's like I saw a full friggin' shadow. But it's almost like it was reflecting off of this picture. Hard to explain. But I think there was a light right before it. That's why I think it had something to do with the car.
Well, there's a pattern here of us seeing things but not hearing anything.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just watching now. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So there's a picture in here that kind of has that shape. So when the light goes across it, it looks like a shadow. Debunked. It's so quiet in here.
Yeah. Well, we did get one REM chirp when we were all upstairs.
Yeah. I think the REM pods are still up there. You can play with them too. Okay, instead of giving us a name, why don't you give us a town?
A town.
A town. Let's hear a town.
All right, let's hear a town. Any town.
The air conditioner's on. It kicked in. Getting sick of us asking, if you're Stuart, if you were Murdoch, if you were, I don't know, William. I don't know all the names. Sorry. Did you die in the house? We're pretty sure at least one female.
Did you feel that?
Hmm?
Did you feel that thunk?
No.
I felt it through my feet. Thunk.
Look, from downstairs or up?
I don't. I just felt the vibration in my feet.
You do that again?
You hear that?
A little knock, eh?
Yeah. All right, we felt a thud and we heard a knock. One more time so we know it's legit. You heard that, right? That's 3 knocks.
Where is that coming from?
Could it be part of the air conditioning system though? Maybe it kicking in?
Could be. I feel the air over here. So the piping probably does come right underneath us.
Yeah.
Could be just contracting.
Can you knock on command? That would let us know. So what I'm going to do is count down from 5, and then I'd like you to knock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try once more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna stand in here. Like for an old house, you'd think you'd hear creaking,
Yeah.
but like it's just really silent. There's a grandfather clock over there. Jesus, be awesome if you got that to go.
Boom.
Is there even a? There's no pendulum in it, I don't think. What was your favorite time of day? Well, if you don't want to talk, you don't want to talk. We'll let you be, and then I think we're going to start with the basement. Maybe we can make contact down there.
Well, we are in the basement of the Stuart House. Now I'm sure that you guys had some sort of cellar. I don't think you would have had a basement of this size. Usually in old homes, the basements were just a part of it was smaller. It wasn't the whole footprint. We see that at like the gatehouse. But people experience things down here, and maybe it's the caretaker.
Oh yeah, the caretaker.
I know there was a caretaker who had his workshop down here,
And he didn't like people coming down here.
and he spent many, many, many years. I feel weird down here.
I'm hearing sounds though.
Is that the clock?
Maybe. Is there somebody in here with us? Can you give us a sign? Knock. Walk upstairs. Oh, Jesus. That was loud.
It sounded like metallic. That's right when you asked for a knock, eh? You said, can you give us a knock?
Thanks for that.
Is it the caretaker?
Oh, Jesus.
Did that go off right when I said the caretaker? Like exactly?
It's like he came downstairs and it's like the exact time it would have taken him from where we heard the noise to walk over and touch that. All right.
So things are kind of moving with the caretaker.
Can you tell us your name through this device? Do you have a name for him?
I was going to ask the same thing. I remember when I was first told about him, I got the name, but I don't remember.
I remember it being like the Simpsons, like Caretaker Willie or something. We thought it was funny. Anyways, can you try to say your name as loud as possible so this device can catch it? If this is the caretaker with us. What's your name?
Oh, something else is coming through. There's something pretty clear there.
Yeah.
Can you try one more time?
It was like, I don't want
You
to
just
talk
stopped
to
on
you.
Frank, and Frank kind of rings a bell.
Frank?
And so it sounded like at the end, like a Frank. You gotta let it run a bit longer because we're in a basement, so I don't know why that's coming out more than anywhere else.
Alright, sorry about that. Let's try your name again, alright?
Look forward to the review of that. Okay. Well, my name's Elliot.
I'm still Eric. Did you make a noise after saying Elliot?
No, what kind of noise?
I heard like a huh? Alright. So the basement's where it's at. I feel super creeped out too. Like, and it's right when you said you were starting to feel weird down here. And then we got that thing. We got this guy.
But then imagine all the antiques down here.
There's one more device in this room, like in this area. Can you touch that device?
It's the red light over there. So caretaker Frank, if you're down here,
Is Frank your name?
I'm just going with Frank.
Is it okay if we call you Frank?
Is that your stomach?
Yeah.
Can we call you friend? Are you friendly?
Are you pissed we're down here?
So from what I recall in the story is that you spent many years caring for this place. You took care of the buildings. So that's the HVAC. Yeah. You took care of the buildings. You took care of the grounds. You were the handyman. You had lots of tools. And I think some of the tools are still there in your little shop. So if this is you that we're speaking of, and you're here, and you've been engaging with us, can you do it again for us? Just give us something. Move something, knock at your workshop door. I just heard like a couple syllables of a voice.
Did you?
The HVAC's running, so.
Can you do something that's undeniable? Like, I mean, the footsteps I heard were pretty amazing. Is there something you can do to that extent to show us that you're here? We were getting a lot out of this. Maybe we should ask more questions, open-ended questions.
If this is the caretaker of the lost villages, can you just say, yes, that's me?
Oh my god.
You
That
heard-
was yes, that, but I didn't hear the me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we introduce ourselves, so what if you say one of our names? Do any of the stewards come down here? Do you like looking at all of the artifacts down here and all of the photographs and the paintings? Do you have a favorite?
Is that a rocking chair?
Where?
Right beside the door? Or is it just a
No,
normal
it's just a chair.
Okay. Oh my god. Thanks for agreeing with Elliot on that one. In my camera, it looked like it was rocking. That's why I asked.
It would be amazing if somebody here had the power and the strength to move a chair across the floor. That's something we have yet to ever experience in all the places we travel to and we visit and we work with. We've never seen a spirit move an object in front of us.
You're right.
And that is something that we hope to one day experience. Not putting the pressure on you, whoever you are that's here.
You can utilize our energy. See if that helps. Take the energy from our cameras, from our spirit box, and use that energy to move something light. That chair looks pretty light. It's a small chair. You've been hitting the green on that blue light. Just so you know, on the other side, it's red. Like if you touch the other side.
It seems to be the green more than the red.
Yeah.
Always the green.
But it would help you answer some of our questions, like if you're here
The tick.
or if you're alone.
Sometimes we're good at hearing the voices of spirits in the moment. Can you do your best and just talk really, really loud? You can come close to our ears. Hopefully we have something on our microphones.
What's interesting is we started upstairs. You mentioned that this goes off like very depending on the place, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't go off at all. It wasn't until we moved to the second floor and then came down here that this guy started going off. But what I find strange is that usually when we leave a space, things will start going off.
But they didn't for Corey and Josh, or they didn't mention it.
If you can hear us, can you set off a device upstairs? There's a very loud device in the dollhouse. There's a loud device in one of the cribs.
What was
Water
that?
dripping?
Yeah. Is there water down here?
There must be a sub pump.
That drip?
But wouldn't it drip all the time?
There it is again.
I keep hearing like shuffling upstairs though.
Oh my god, I can't see a thing. I keep feeling like something's behind me.
What's the name of the gentleman walking away?
So I'm looking at the workshop door. If you are the caretaker, that is your space. Can you give a knock on that door for me? To truly let me know that it's you? Maybe 3 knocks in a row. Maybe if Eric goes over there and knocks on it, you can knock back.
Oh, this feels so weird here.
Is the door open?
No.
Like, does it open?
Yeah.
Maybe give it an open and see if we can ask them to close it.
It almost felt like something pulled on the door.
Open it a bit wider. I want to see inside of the camera. Okay. There's like a furnace in there now.
Can you close the door?
That dripping makes it so eerie in here. It reminds me of the Provincial. So now walk up to this red light over here. If you're in here, you can touch it.
Warmer in here.
So I want to yell out some of the names of the Stuart family because this is the last little bit of investigating Eric and I are doing. Then Corey and Josh are coming in and they're going to try to talk to you down here. So, Murdoch Stuart. If you are here, can you give us a sign, please? Charles Murdoch Stewart. If you're still in your home, can you give us a sign, please? Wallace Roy Stewart. Wallace, if you're in this home, can you give us a sign? Linda Wallace. Linda, if you're in this home, can you give us a sign? Agnes Stewart. If you are in this home, can you give us a sign? I mean, who knows, maybe something going on upstairs.
That's where the footsteps were coming from.
If there's somebody in this home I did not name, can you give us a sign?
Groundskeeper Willie, are you here? Or is it Frank? Francis? when you think of it, it's very horror movie. Like, if we died right now, people would be like, well, they were in a room with a bunch of things that could kill them. Like, look at this shit. And their saws.
Oh, it's like a tool room.
It's like that room you're watching in a movie, and they go in, and you're like, why are you going in that room?
Pay attention to any of that. Is that a sword up there? Okay.
Alright.
We'll leave this stuff down here. We'll leave the cameras. We'll leave that one on there. What was that?
Grounds keep what?
I think I heard the loud rum pot upstairs. The one in the doll room?
Did you?
I'll check the live later when I do the editing.
Groundskeeper, can you give me your name? You heard Cody?
Yeah, like the first thing. Cody! We'll leave the door open and we'll ask Ray and Josh if it was open or closed.
You go upstairs?
Linda? You want us to come upstairs?
Agnes. Annie Murdoch.
Captain?
Jesus, every time you talk, it scares me. Upstairs when you were saying names, I knew you were going to say something. But every time you said something, it made me...
Okay, we're gonna sit down.
So this is where they were sitting.
This is where they were sitting. Camera there.
Alright.
Alright. Ooh, it's chilly here. Alright. There's some really cool tools and stuff down here.
Old Florida home.
Can you rattle any of them? I think the air's running right now.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
It's cold down here.
Nice. Did you hear that?
No.
There's like a...
Because it's been so quiet in here, we're gonna assume every little creak and crack is like, you know?
Well, it's been super quiet for us, and I don't know about... Again, don't need to keep repeating myself about the devices, the lights and the toys and the... You know, you've been told how to use them. It's up to you. Was this used as a workshop? I don't know if any of this was brought originally. I don't know if any of this was brought originally.
I don't think. I think this was all modern port.
Yeah. So we had a little beyond there. Well, this beam looks pretty original.
Yeah, it's a whole tree.
It's a solid house. It's in really good shape.
It's been well looked after. You would be proud.
If you agree, knock on something, scratch something, make a noise.
So we're on the Stuart land still, right? This is still Stuart
I
land
think
track.
this was still Stuart land.
So this house was moved up to the north end of Stuart track and preparation for the flood.
And this was land that was given to you by Sir John Johnson. We've been in his house.
Nice house.
We really like that house too. You must have done something pretty special to be able to be granted land.
Right on the St. Lawrence Seaway like that. So was it the St. Lawrence Seaway that was flooded and raised up?
So they flooded. Yeah, it's when they created the channel for the shipping lane. All right, we'll make some noise. Now you could tell us to stop if you don't want us to do this.
Stop.
That's like stop.
Yeah. Stop. Alright.
That's pretty clear. Stop.
Elliot, you're gonna have to slow that down and let us know if they said stop.
Can we, now we'll stop it here. Can we get confirmation that that's what you said? And he would have been Scottish.
Stop.
Stop.
So maybe it's bedtime, the noises are bothering you a little?
Yeah, are the kids in bed? Not gonna talk to us now.
I told you to stop.
Stop. Alright. So we'll stop that. Thank you. Now you can find a quieter way to communicate with us. There's lots of wood, there's lots of glass, there's lots of metal you can clink. I mean, your choice.
I would like to spend a little bit of our basement time in that smoking room. Maybe the last 5 minutes or something, just to get a feeling. I've never heard a house from the 1800s not creak. It's built so solid.
It just speaks for the workmanship. So maybe we'll go up to the smoky room.
We'll take the REM pod and the S-No and the cameras here.
We're just going to gather some equipment.
Heading up to the smoking room. I don't know what else it could be.
Sorry, I got Josh's booty.
I got a feeling in this room. I'd like to investigate a little bit.
Oh, this room.
Yeah. So we're going to place this camera right about here.
Josh is drawn to this room.
There's something about this room. So we're going to spend 5 minutes here. And so Stuart, why am I drawn to this room? What is it about this little room?
Was this part of the original house, or was this built on afterwards?
What's the history of this little room?
These little shot glasses?
Yeah.
It was a party room. Do you have any cigars?
Can you let us know you're here? Something? I know you're here. I feel you watching us. Let us know. Make my night. Come on in if you're here. Join us. Alright. All the toys are here. The Communication tools. Would you like us to leave? It's bedtime, eh? Get out of my house, it's bedtime. Let us know. The absence of creaking is...
It's noticeable. Like
Yeah.
it's almost creepier than not having noises. Like this house is just so solid. Like it's just so solid. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, now we'll get a little crick over here, but
Oh, that was the
that was the
thermostat.
thermostat clicking. Yeah. Very quiet today.
You want to chat with us, huh? Are you just watching us, learning? Checking this out?
Will you promise to talk to us next time we're here? We'll be here in the spring.
Alright. Well. Oh, the old original plaster, eh? Look how well you built this house.
Oh, they framed it in.
Yeah.
Nice.
You built the house so...
Oh,
Okay.
no?
No. Did I interfere? Did you think that
Or
was...
don't touch that?
Do you think I got too close to it?
No, you were over there.
Yeah. You did the red. Can you do the green? I'm going to stand up, see if it was me. House like this, eh?
Yeah. There's no way. Like, you have to be... Like, even if I'm here, I'm not gonna...
Let's really try to debunk it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that?
That could have been... Well,
Yeah, it's probably you backing away. I don't know. Alright, let's let it reset. So maybe you've learned how to use that device. That's so cool.
right before we leave, thanks.
What we'll do is we'll let it completely reset. And then see if you can do it again. Just one more time. Okay, it's completely reset. Can you do the green or the red again? Is your IR messing with the nightlight over there?
I don't know what it's doing. Yeah. I know that too. It's almost not plugged in.
Yeah.
I got IR coming this way, so I'm getting a little flare, but...
Alright, can you do it once more for us? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alright. Well, it's our time to go.
Thank you for letting us hang out.